All right, you are welcome to today's class, and we have been able to make justice to the parts of the Excel environment and especially the topmost part of it. Today, we are going to be looking at the ribbon bar. The ribbon bar. The ribbon bar a set of is a set of menus that are placed right below the access toolbar. It contains some useful menus like the file menu, the home menu, insert menu, draw, page layout, formulas, data, view, review, view, automatic, help, acrobat, and that's not all. By the end of this class, you'll be able to look at the the menus here, each of them, and then having made justice to that, we'll now be able to look at the sub ribbons under them. Now, to start with, I want to let you understand that the menu options you see here are not all just all. Assuming you have need to add more to this, add more menu options on the ribbon bar. Okay, here is your toolbars. On this ribbon menu bar, you're going to be able to do that via your file. So let's begin. Now, talking about the first menu button here, that's the file. What does it help us do? It actually gives us the ability to access the home page, the home environment of our Microsoft Excel. Here, you see that we begin to see some options that are here for us. Now, these options are made up of the blank workbook and some other pre-prepared templates that you can use to work with. If you feel that you do not like the templates and you want to see more, you always have the option of clicking for more templates, and it opens up more for you if there is. If there isn't, then you must need to be connected online so that you can be able to attach it. Then below here is the search where you can go and search for more and favorite and the files you have shared. Well, believe me, even Microsoft Excel is something good. It is actually, for the few times I've used it, I am happy to have it. Then, of course, you have the new, of which gives you that ability to create a new blank workbook. For instance, I have a workbook here titled Book 1. If I still need a new one, this is the title, Book 1. That's the book 1 of the FX Excel book I have. If I need open another one, I will simply come here and create another workbook. So you see it has changed from book 1 to book 2. Why? Because I created another book. So of course, I'm going to close that up and then we revert back to where we are. So from the file menu, you see the option to open. This place helps you to view some files that you have stored here. Now, the options include the most recent file. What is the most recent file? For me, the most recent workbook is this class 2 for me, and then the folders. Of course, I store all my documents in a OneDrive, just as I have told you before now, so that I do not start to look for my files, in case I have a problem to do with my PC. Now, that is that for the recent. So the recent tab here helps you to look at the things you just dealt with recently. Then you have the files that needing attention. If there is a file that maybe when you upload to your Microsoft Excel, you are not able to save that document. The good thing about Excel is that it is going to bring back that document and then give you an option to actually save it better. So that is why it's telling you that these files here need attention. Secondly, for me here, you can see that it is telling me that it has not yet uploaded the workbook I saved because I've not connected to the internet, and that is why. Then, so that is that for the files needing attention. Then you see the ones shared by me. These are files that you have shared to people. Then, of course, the OneDrive. This is where I save my document. And of course, if you want to open something from the PC, remember we are still in the open tab and or the sub tabs under it. The PC, I get to have one to search all the whole folders in my PC. If I need to add it to a place, another drive, and even if I just want to browse through my document, this is where I go through and open up a file. I'm going to deal more on this on detail. So of course you have let's go back to the file menu. Of course I have your info, of which this place tells you how far and what has been going on and with your Microsoft Excel. For instance, sometimes we try to protect your workbook. Why? So that we don't allow people to make changes in it. Some persons could be very careless with workbook, and whenever there is a mistake or a slight error that has been made in a workbook, it has altered the whole data. So therefore, some persons prefer to protect, and then this is where it tells us, okay, so and so person protected this, and so you have the option of giving it the protect of always open read only and keep the password and protect current file, and you have a whole lot to to deal with. And sometimes you mark as final, and then you check for issues. Okay, inspect documents, then here we are. So that's it. And then for your saving, you save as, and if you want to save as, I think you save document before, you want to save as a PDF, save as an Adobe, so PDF and print, share, and export. If you need to export a document, maybe as an XPS file, or you change the file type you want to export it. Like, I want to let you know that Microsoft Excel have different way of saving this file. You can decide to save your file as a workbook, or as an open document spreadsheet, or as a macro enable workbook, or as a text tab, formatted text, as Excel of 1997 to 2003 workbook, as a template. Wow. And binary, and even as a CSV. We're going to talk about these comma separated values, files, when we make further, move further into this course. So, of course, you have your closers tab there. You can close this place and then close up the file. So, and then of course you have your account where you can, if you are signed in, it's going to reflect here. That's why, because I'm signing. Then office background. What background do you want? For me, my background is circuit. Now look at this place. If I use calligraphy, look at here. It has actually changed the design. If I actually use doodle, it has changed. Okay. So all these things. If I need a tree, okay, that's three rings. It changes. So this that is for you, and how you, even if you want to change the theme, okay, you see it's dark now. Use system setting, but for me, colorful. Okay, that's the green color comes up, and so you have a whole lot to play about. And the dark color is usually good if you are, if you don't really like white light enough, okay, but then you should be careful, because when you're printing, so it doesn't print everything dark. Okay, so that is that for the account. Of course, you have many things to play around with. If you want to update, that is it. If you want to add some add-ins, okay, there you are, and many things you can play around with, but that is not a focus on now. There is something I must not fail to talk to you about regarding the file menu. Now let's go to the options. The option menu gives you that opportunity to customize, I repeat, customize your Microsoft Excel environment to something you like. You have many options like dealing with the formula, the data, proofing, save, language, accessibility, a whole lot of things to play with. And when you are done with this place, you can actually click OK, and whatever change you effected there is done there. So that is that for the file menu ribbon, and that is the whole tools that we can see inside them. I repeat again: new, open, home. Oh, sorry, I missed home. Info, save as, print, share as Adobe PDF, export, close, account, and option. So that is that for the file ribbon. And by the time the file menu, by the time I click on this battery, it takes me back to this menu. So that is that for the file menu. We'll be talking about the home menu in our next